YouTube, we back. It's another one. Crucial Critics. It's your boy Ron in the building.
Hey, it's your boy Tim, man. What's happening?
What's good, man? It's Rob, man. You already know we coming with it, bro. We coming with it today. Go ahead, Ron.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, we back with another one. We stepping into the building with the conversation on Earl Spence back on the scene, man. So I got a two-part question for you guys, man. Errol Spence as the promoter. How do you guys like him as a promoter? And how do you guys think that he's a little bit too honest as a promoter with his promoter hat on, man? So you know what I'm saying? Take your time, assess that one real quick, and let's get to it, man. Answer that one for me.
And I'm gonna go to the second question first, man. I did not like the sound of him being too honest when it came about himself. I didn't like that honesty when he was already sound like he contemplating retirement. Um, I just don't, bro. If you contemplating retirement, then go ahead and get out the game. You know what I'm saying? But maybe they could be um maybe they could be, him trying to play maybe mind games with Crawford. Maybe down the road he trying to make it seem like he ain't ready. He not really preparing and he a shot fighter. Or maybe he doing that for Fundora. Maybe you know what I'm saying. They saying oh Errol a shot fighter. He don't want to fight no more. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he just maybe he playing the long game. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he gonna come back with a vengeance. I'm not sure. But I definitely didn't like the man. Because then he said man, I can retire when I want now. I can get out the game when I want to. I am, and I don't really like that. You know what I'm saying? If you feeling like that, bro, just go ahead and retire, bro. Just go ahead and retire. And then he kept saying, I mean, I like it because shoot, I ain't taking no punches this time. I ain't taking no punches. I like it. So I don't know if he like this promoter role too much. You know what I'm saying? Or he just playing a long game. I don't know. But from what we know, Earl pretty nice guy from what we seen, and that's definitely not a good look. It's making me second guess even wanting to go, to the fight he having with Fundora. If it happened, it making me second guess it because I don't know how he gonna come into the fight. I don't know his mindset no more. Um, Now how good is he as a promoter? I mean, well, he got his fight. He got his fighter, the biggest fight in boxing. You know what I'm saying? So he got to get some points for that. He got to get some points for that, And maybe Tank came to him and he was like, "Man, you my boy. I'm gonna put some money in your pocket." Um, and I think Frank won the hell of a fight. I'm gonna give him a shot. I don't know how that worked, but what I do know is that Devin Haney haven't secured that fight for whatever reason. Shakur Stevenson hasn't secured that fight for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that's the biggest fight for anybody in boxing is Tank Davis. He put the butts in the seats. He gonna get you paid. So I mean, you can't knock him so far. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he getting his fighters the best fights, and I think he was the promoter when he got Frank the Rivera fight as well.
Yep, he
Um,
was.
you know what I'm saying? That was a big fight at the time because they saying this guy gonna be the next big thing, and he's the guy coming up. So
Man, it's
you
crazy you
know,
say that because Rivera was lined up to fight Tank after that if he beat Frank.
you know what I'm saying. So he was the next guy coming up. So I think Earl been doing a hell of a job, man. That lets me know everything that how Earl is as a fighter too, because they said, man, whatever Earl want, he gets. You know what I'm saying? So it seemed like Earl sticking true to his word. He not trying to, oh Frank not ready. He too inexperienced. He not playing the long game. He lined Frank up when the fight came available. So I like that about Earl. He got his fight of the fights. He don't try to string you along. The Floyd Mayweather plan, trying to avoid certain fighters and avoid this. We all know Earl in his career he ain't avoid no fights. So I like him as a promoter because uh, he get his fighters. It seemed like his fighter he getting him the biggest and best fights, and he not ducking nobody. Frank ain't ducking nobody. So uh, I love him as a promoter, just like I love him as a fighter. But I just if he feeling like he want to retire, if you feeling like that, go ahead and hang it up, man. That's all I got though.
Yeah, man. I shit, man. I damn near agree with everything you said, bro. You lined that out perfect, man. I mean, the only thing I kind of disagree with now is, bro. I think his mind is in fighting. He just was in, he didn't want to take nothing away from Frank. He, you know,
It's a good point.
moment because I remember I thought just like you, how the dude, he wasn't boxing into boxing no more. But I'm listening to his interviews when they asked the question. I just the grin that he had when they asked him about Bud and all that. He tried to like it's like he running away from the question on purpose. Like he just he I think he got something up his sleeve. He got something up his sleeve, and it's something we don't know about that first fight that he gonna reveal or he know it's gonna be difference in the second fight. Because man, I was at some point, man, I was kind of thinking Earl was damn near scared, bro, to fight again. I'm like, man, he's seen what Bud did to him, and I don't think he have an answer for it. It just the way he go about it, bro. I really think it. I mean, which I don't. I could say something he wasn't right, man, and because I contemplated like, bro, Earl is. If you something wrong with you, bro, we're not gonna take up for you. Come out and say it. Don't we shouldn't have to take up for you, bro. Speak up for yourself. But I think he trying to play the long game with Bud, and I think that's what we got. That was part of what we got when they came to ask some questions and him talking about retirement and all, which he is gonna retire pretty soon, I believe. But I think he playing the long game and he trying to just stay quiet on that and pretty much he's gonna start coming out. Stuff gonna start coming out once it gets announced about him and Fendora officially. I think he'll start coming out and start talking a little more about him. But that's promoter, bro. Man, Tim hit it right on the head, bro. The dude didn't. I mean, man, he didn't done damn, but fighting on his cards, he didn't damn near done more for Floyd than did for Tank, bro. Being honest, done a lot, man, with a smaller name. You know, Frank ain't been around that long, bro. Tank been around for a while. Frank ain't been around that long, man. Frank to this big stage, bro. And shit, what, couple years, bro? It ain't been that long. Frank been on this stage, so Earl, man, he doing a good job, and Frank is not complaining about his pay. So, man, maybe if we gonna continue, cause I see that Turkey out of sheet guy is trying to create a league. So if it's not gonna have a league, bro, people need to look at Earl and you go sign with Earl, man, or people need to take notes, bro, and see how he doing it, and take notes, bro, and put on the fights that we want to see, cause he's clearly putting his fighters in the best position, win or lose. So, and we don't even know if Frank gonna lose. So, long story short, man, Earl doing a hell of a job promoting. Like I said, this fighter don't seem, you know, and he don't seem like he in Floyd Mayweather, how Floyd Mayweather fighters are. They don't feel like they get taken advantage of, or they seem like Frank is comfortable with him. He enjoy working with him. So man, big ups to Earl, man. He doing a hell of a job, bro. That's what I got right there.
Gotcha, man. So I definitely agree with both of y'all assessments. So Earl with the promoter hat on, he's definitely look as far as where he's got his fighter to, man. It's you can't question it. Like Tim said, like Rob said, gotten his fighter the biggest fight in boxing. So anybody questioning that part is, you just I don't know what you on. The only thing I need Earl to do is, come up with a new routine and saying instead of that coerce. He gonna come out, we gonna put on a big performance, good performance, best performance. Come out there, put on a hell of a performance. That's the only thing I gotta. He gotta come up. He gotta come up with something else, man. That's the only thing. Just to get up there and talk shit like Little Ellaby if you got to, bro. Just talk a bunch of shit like AB if you got to, bro. Like Them old fucking coerced ass answers. That shit, no sir, no sir. We want to hear Earl, man. Talk you some shit up there, bro. So outside of that, bro, he's like I say, he's doing a hell of a job. The only thing I didn't like, as far as what the promoter had on, his honesty in some areas. I did like it in some areas, like when he talked about Tank. They asked him about how did he feel about Tank, coming out of his shell and talking too much. He said he didn't take it personal. He said he really think it's dope that Tank is coming out of, doing a lot more talking, showing his personality because it bigs up the sport. You know what I'm saying? And it's giving his fans to look something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? Getting to know him and everything. He said because they don't know that side of him in boxing because he doesn't talk that much around certain people. But Earl knowing him know that that's he wanted to you could kind of say kind of tell you want to say man that's really who Tank is. Tank a asshole, you know what I'm saying? But and he a funny dude and an asshole, but you don't know that because he don't let y'all know that side of him. But so you could tell he was definitely 100% honest on a lot of the other interviews he did. I say all that to say he was too honest in certain aspects when it came down to himself. And as far as but I like y'all said, it could be him just, it could be smoke and mirrors. It could be him playing a long game, you know what I'm saying, playing possum. And I'm hoping that's what it is because I hate hearing a fighter talk retirement and then, what I'm saying, going in there with a tough opponent in front of you. It just sounds crazy to me. If you was going in there with like a soft touch or a tune up or something like that, or a farewell fight, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You talking retirement during a farewell fight. I understand it, but going in there with something like Fundura, bro, I don't like the language, but like I said, it may be smoke and mirrors. I've seen to Tim's point, I've seen Bud actually do this when they were asking them talking about fighting Spence when he got frustrated about talking Spence, fighting Spence. He was like, "Man, that fight's past me. I'm gonna retire. After another fight or two, I'm walking away from the sport. I'm not worried about the Errol Spence. It's past me." And when he got in there, he did what he did to Errol. So you know what I'm saying? Maybe Errol pulling the page out of his book. I don't know, but I say all that to say the honesty did kind of make me look at Errol because we used to Errol being brash and confident. You know what I'm saying? But you know maybe him just being an honest person made him reassess, what I'm saying, everything or whatever. And it could be him just not wanting to, promote himself, like Rob said, and he wanted to, make sure that Frank got the shine and he, made sure that he maintained the promoter role. So I'll take it with a grain of salt, but that would be my only critique for Earl was, what I'm saying, some of the honesty that he had when it came to himself. Outside of that, man, I like everything he did as far as, promoting the fight, even, what I'm saying, going back and forth with Tank antagonizing him and everything, you know what I'm saying? He's still showing he got that, that Earl that we love, you know what I'm saying, when he gets tired of hearing somebody talk telling people shut up, stop that cap. You know what I'm saying? Like so, I like it, man. The banter is always good for boxing. Like Tim always said. Tim always says this, man, and he makes an excellent point when he says, "I don't want to see a friendly press conference. I don't want to see the we gonna get in there. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna compete against each other and stuff like this basketball and those shit. Like, nah, y'all going this to hurt business. So when the promoters is talking shit, Linda Ellaby and Earl talking shit, and everybody, you know what I'm saying, like we in the barber shop, that's what we want to see, bro. That's what make sports, you know what I'm saying, great. So, man, I think, like I said, I think he did a hell of a job. Uh, in some areas, he could use work. You know what I'm saying? When he's too honest about his damn self. But other than that, bro, I have nothing else on that, man. What I do want to ask you guys, when it comes down to Earl, you're saying, and his return, kind of what all of us pretty much kind of touched on, but I want to kind of wrap it up. Do you guys see Earl as a possible how I want to say this? Do you guys see any hunger in him as far as like actually wanting to continue boxing? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you guys see him actually let's say he gets back past Fundora. Do you guys see him calling to quit after that, after a great performance or a win, or do you guys see him going forward after the Fundora fight?
To me, I this is the only reason why I see him going past the Fundora fight, bro. I mean, why wouldn't you just hang it up now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he want to test himself at 154, see how good his body feel. Um, Now if he lose, I can see him thinking about hanging it up. But if he get past the Fedora fight and win, like I just don't. I don't. I think maybe in his mind, he thinking, let me see if I'm still Earl. Because everybody know, fighters get doubts after they lose. Let me see if I'm still Earl. I can do another training camp, and my body react the right way. If he loses that fight, I can definitely see him hanging it up. If he wins that fight, especially in spectacular fashion, oh, your boy's in trouble at 154. So uh, that's just my thought on it. I just if he gets past it, win that fight, I don't see a reason why he would retire. Maybe the only reason why I mean the only way in my mind I think that he would retire is that if he wins that fight, especially in spectacular fashion, he just will say, well, I wouldn't write that fight, so I ain't even tripping. Like I'm just to prove it to himself, like he's still Earl Spence. But I mean, that's the only reason I can see, bro. But I just don't see him taking that fight and then quitting there. It don't make sense to me. But you know, from everything that he's saying, he acting like he gonna hang it up. So that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's just my thought on it.
Man, to be honest, bro, if he lose, he done. I think he have come to peace with that. I think he realized, man, if I lose, it's over for me. I think he finally have came to some kind of peace with himself that boxing is almost over for him. But I mean, like Tim said, if he win, bro, he not giving it up. If he win, if he win, bro, he coming. You know what I'm saying? And I think he gonna let us know that if he win, he going for Terrence Crawford. I'm pretty sure. Uh, this one was that's kind of to me, listening to him talk, bro. It's kind of he kind of telling what's going on. It's just like this Fundora fight. It's more you know win or go home type of thing. So and especially if he win and he win in impressive fashion. Like I said, like we said in the past videos, that Cash Cross gonna have an asterisk by that win, bro. You got to put it there, man, because if he look way better, I mean, just strong. Well, we're gonna have to question that. We're gonna have to question that fight. We ain't questioning Terrence Crawford. We questioning Errol health in that fight. What was really going on because we still haven't got no answers on that. So, um, yeah, man. I mean, it's just if he win, bro. He, if he win, I think he got to win impressive though. He can't just barely skate by. If he skate by, it's time to hang it up. He got to win. He got to win and look good winning for me to believe because if he barely beat Fundora, probably if it's possible he get dropped or hurt real bad, but still win. I don't want to see him against Bud like that because he win and Bud win in August. He definitely gonna fight Bud again, and I see Bud fighting twice. I see him fighting in August and December. That way, by the time they fight next year, I think that'll be a fun undisputed. Because they'll be unified if they fought. If they fought in December, they'll be unified. So they got that other belt that Bud pretty much is try to gonna go for after he fight in August. They got that other belt, so Bud can have three belts going into that fight with them. So the roles will be reversed with Bud having three belts instead of one, and Earl will have one. So that's how I see it going. And like I said, it depends on we have no reason to question Bud right now. If we question everything is a question about Earl. So it's just that fight with Fundora, he gotta look good. Like I said, if he get dropped or buzzed or hurt real bad and still come out with the win, it might be time to let it go. So I mean, it just depends on how that fight go, man. To be honest, how that fight go is what's gonna be the telltale sign of what's next to come. But like I said, if he look impressive doing it, man. Like I said, we're not questioning Earl. I mean, yeah, we're not questioning Bud. Earl is the one. Earl is the one. So it's all up to him, man. I mean, I just I think he know. Like I said, he seemed like he 1 foot in and 1 foot out, which is not good. But in his mind, he didn't been 1 foot in and 1 foot out, kind of since he came on top because he was living reckless pretty much from what he say. He was living reckless. He wasn't living a fighter's lifestyle. So now, he trying to do that. So he been reckless, been living reckless from what, he say himself. So I think, he know, man. I think he would know. I think he wouldn't he at the point to where he accepted it. So I don't think he would lie to himself. And you know, it just he gotta look impressive though. Like I said, if he get hurt real bad and or get dropped a couple times and still win, that type of Earl is not gonna be Bud. So that's my take on it, man.
Man, I agree with much of what y'all said, man. And to wrap it up, pretty much for me, the way I see it is basically let's say he wins the Fundora fight. I'm with both of you guys. He's gonna have to do it in impressive fashion, and he's gonna have to put a statement down. And by doing that, that shows that that's going to give him leverage for or a storyline for a rematch or to push a narrative for a rematch with Terrence Crawford. By everything Rob just pretty much said and alluded to, and Tim as well. You go in there, you fight a monster like Fundora, no tune up, off a layoff, off of a beating that you took from Terrence, not looking the way that we used to seeing you look. Your durability wasn't there. You come through there and you pretty much, dominate or step on Fundora, and your durability is there and your punch resistance is there. Then we gon' it builds an automatic storyline like, so what was up? Was it the weight? Was it other factors? Yada yada yada. So I think that definitely is going to give him a leverage to push for these Amazon or these promoters, or the suits, I'm gonna say, to push for to pay these guys the money for a rematch, adequate money, and if he goes in there and he does Fundora bad, I definitely I could see both, honestly, though, but I think it'll edge him towards going after Bud and getting paid the right amount of money. I think that may have been something that stopped the last fight from happening. I don't think the money was there like he thought from a rematch due to his performance. And it's like what Rob said. Everything comes down to the questions that we have about Errol. So we know Bud's going to show up, or we expect him to, because we have no reason not to believe that he will. So if Errol comes out and he shows that he's healthy, he comes out, he puts on the show and does what we know him to do, or be the Earl that we know him to be, or even strong at 154, bro. Like, people are gonna want to see the rematch, like to see, the possibilities. Um, I think that pretty much wraps this up, man. I do want to ask one quick question, man. How do you guys feel about him saying he has Bud in a possible Canelo fight, that he's favoring Bud, or he's rooting for Bud? How y'all feel about that?
Man, I think I think I think Earl playing games, man. If you ask me, I think what Earl is doing, man, is that he just trying not to have the headache type of negotiations. It feel like Bud take everything into consideration. He count everything every time you say something. You know what I'm saying? He gonna try to use it against you in the negotiations. I think really he just playing mind games at this point. Just trying to make it easier for when him and Bud do the negotiations, man. Just trying to keep it like they cool. He trying to keep it on their side because he seen what happened the last time. He seen what happened the last time. You know what I'm saying? That they went to negotiations. So, it seemed like when Bud, like, I mean, I said, when Bud when Bud got something against you, man, and he'll walk away from the fight. He'll act, you know what I'm saying? He don't want to be, he hard to negotiate with. I think Earl just trying to do everything right now to, to make it seem like him and Bud cool, and trying to make sure, if they do have a fight down the line, that the negotiations will go way better if he not, going at Bud crazy. Uh I want to say like the last time, but we know the last time was hard. We know the last time was hard.
Right, right,
But
right. Now,
I
what you
think I
saying?
think with him complimenting them, it's gonna make it easy. Is
No,
what I'm
a lot
trying to
of
get
what you
at.
saying makes sense. No, a lot of what you saying makes sense. Being that we've got some insight on how Bud negotiates, he talks to the fighters personally, and in this stage of his career, because he doesn't have Bob Arum and them, doing his bidding. So now, what you saying makes sense. What you saying makes a lot of sense. What you think, Rob?
Man, I think it's part of what Tim said, but I think it's also Earl saying, I'm gonna cheer for the guy that a lot of football and basketball players do. They cheer for the team that
Yeah,
beat them.
that beat
So
them. Yeah,
I
yeah.
see it like that. That's kind of a short answer for me. That's pretty much I agree with Tim, but I see it like that also.
Or is he rooting for, or is he rooting for, you know, his own kind? Earl is kind of like that. He might be rooting for his own kind. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right. I think that's definitely plays a big part in him as far as who he is. Like and there's nothing wrong with that. Nobody downs Europeans for rooting for Europeans. Nobody downs Puerto Ricans or Hispanics, etc. For rooting for their own kind. So I think he's definitely on that type of time. He's kind of alluded to that before. I definitely see it as what Rob said. I want to go down there. If I lost as a loss, I lost to the best. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was, for other reasons outside of me being at my best or whatever. But I think he's past the short change in Bud part. Like Rob said, I think he's come also at peace with, the loss with Bud. Whether he was at his best or not, I think he knows that, in order to move forward, period, he needs to get past that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened, happened. There was nothing he could do about it or whatever. As far as we know, you know what I'm saying? Like the results are the results is what I mean. So but I think a lot of what you said though, Tim, I agree with a whole lot more because that's a great point, man. Being that he understands the personality of Bud now, in order for them to, because at this point they're both playing, their own negotiating their own promoters. They're gonna have to be the ones talking about the sticker because they're the ones who negotiated the contract with each other last time. So being that he knows that, that's kind of it softens the ground for them to be able to go back to that to the drawing board and start from where they left off at as far as the rematch goes and stuff like that. So, man, yeah, I think we pretty much cooked this one up, bro. Anything else you guys want to add before we head out? Anything you want to add, Tim?
My bad, man. I'm reaching for the mute button because
You
man,
all good,
but
right?
man, the last thing I want to end on is stop talking to Derek James.
Man, come on now, man. Come
That's
on,
it,
man.
bro. Stop talking to Derek James, bro. I don't want to see it.
Come on, man. Come on, man. So I think Rob dipped out early, man. But I'm gonna say this on our behalf, man. I think the last thing for me, man, with Errol, I definitely agree with you. Stop talking to Derrick James, man. And my thing is like, bro, if you gonna go forward with boxing, man, bite down and if this gonna be your last one or your last two or three, get you somebody that you trust in your corner, bro, and go all in, man, and put your all into it, bro. Go out with a bang, man. Go out stepping like you said, bro. You gonna step, so that's what I
And,
want. That's
and,
what I want to
and,
end with.
and on the serious note, you right, wrong. On the serious note, piggyback off what you said on a serious note, bro. Stop being cheap. Get you a team. Stop just trying to get one
Sure.
person to teach you. I mean, one person to train you. Girl, get you a full team, bro. Get you a full team and take it serious, bro. Just spend the money, bro. You're a promoter. You're a boxer, bro. Just spend the money. Get you a full team and go at it as hard as you can. You know what I'm saying? Don't shortchange yourself.
For damn sure, man. Come off that money, dog. You know what I'm saying? Come off that change, bro. Go holler at Bomac, man. Go, no,
I don't think you're gonna
go
do
holler,
that.
go holler at Bomac, man. But nah, bro, we out, man. We out.